Hola, buenos dias de Greeley, Colorado. Mi nombre es Sandy. Lamento haber solo unas pocas palabras en español. Por favor, tengan paciencia conmigo. Did that make sense? I must tell you, it's just an honor and a privilege to share in your festival and tell stories to you today. So thank you so much for inviting me. Long ago, before we had computers and televisions and telephones and even books, there were stories. Sometimes people drew them on cave walls, and sometimes they told them, passed stories down from generation to generation to teach or inspire or influence or just entertain. And so today I'm going to share a few folk tales that a man by the name of Pete Seeger wrote in the 1950s, 1960s. So they're not old, but he based them on ancient traditions in Africa, and particularly the Xhosa people. Pete Seeger said, you can tell these stories any way you want, but please honor the Xhosa people. And so, by the way, you can tell them when I'm done any way you want, so long as you honor Pete Seeger and the Xhosa people. Now, this story features a lullaby from the Xhosa people, and I'd like you to sing it with me. And I promise you, if you sing it with me, it's going to sound a whole lot better than if I sing it by myself. The lyrics are easy, one word, Abyoyo. Can you say that with me? Abyoyo? Abyoyo? I know I can't hear you right now. It goes like this. Abyoyo, 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 byoyo, byoyo. Now, this is when my help folks are going to pitch in. There's one phrase that I love to say because it describes what happened, and it's the sun was eclipsed with an ominous shadow. Would some of you or one of you explain what that might mean?
Can you repeat the phrase?
Yes, and I can explain a little. The sun was eclipsed with an ominous shadow. You know what an eclipse is.
Do you know what is it? Do you know what an eclipse is? Yeah, can you explain, Daira? In Spanish. You can say it in Spanish.
Yes.
Eclipse.
Yes, very good. Okay, so what do you think she's talking about when she says a sun was eclipsed by a...
Creo que sombra. Una sombra.
Aha, that's good. Okay, yeah.
All righty.
Thank you, Daira.
Okay, enough, I think. Let's try this story and see how it goes. Imagine. Just imagine this, a small village surrounded by a gentle valley covered with trees. It was in that small village that a boy lived a long time ago. Oh, he loved the village where he lived. He loved the valley that surrounded it, and he loved the trees. And he loved his ukulele. Oh, he played that ukulele in the morning. He played it at noon. He played it at night. He played that ukulele all day long. Well, after a while, the older people that lived in the village got really tired of that ukulele. And finally they said, stop. We don't want to hear that clanky toy noise anymore. Put it away. Well, it just happened that the boy's father wasn't so popular either. You see, he was a magician. He had a magic wand. He could wave that wand and swoosh, things would disappear just like that. Well, that would have been okay, except he used that wand to play ornery tricks on people. Oh, his favorite trick? He would wait until someone was just getting ready to sit in a chair and swoosh, and the chair would disappear. And of course, the person would fall on the floor. Or he'd wait near the well in the summer, and he would watch while somebody put a cup down into the well to get really cold water. And just as the person was ready to take a sip, swish, and the cup disappeared. But of course, the water spilled down the front. Well, that might have been funny once or twice, but after a while, his tricks were disgusting. And finally, the people, the leaders of the village said, "We've had it with your ukulele playing boy and your ornery tricks. You have to leave this village. Go, be gone." And so the man and the boy had to move out of the village. They found a hut just outside of the village. Wow. As has been the case across villages throughout history and around the world, there were storytellers in that area. Storytellers who told tales about an absolute monster, Abyoyo. Abyoyo was taller than a tree. His claws were longer than a tall man's feet. Those claws were filled with greasy, grimy dirt. Abyoyo did not take baths. He was filthy and smelly and gruesome and dangerous. He could swallow a bull or even a person, just like that. Nobody believed those stories, of course not. They were just for entertainment and to frighten children. Until one morning, when the sun was eclipsed by an ominous shadow, the earth began to tremor as Abyoyo stomped down the hill. Oh, people ran to their windows to see what it was. Women screamed and men fainted. Abyoyo roared and the trees trembled and awakened the boy in the hut at the edge of the village. He looked out his window and called, "Father, Father, come!" Father looked out the window. "Oh no, it's Abyoyo. Oh, I wish I could get him to hold still. I could make him disappear with my wand." And that's when the boy got an idea. "Father, Father, get your wand." The boy grabbed his ukulele in one hand and grasped Father's hand in the other. Father took his wand and they ran across the field and ran right toward Abyoyo. Oh, the people screamed, "No, no, he'll eat you." But the man and the boy did not stop. Oh no, they ran right up to the feet of that angry Hulk. Oh, Abyoyo's jaws began to move and he reached out with those long claws. And that's when the boy took his ukulele and started to sing. And you can sing it too. Abyoyo, Abyoyo. Well, Abyoyo had never heard a song about himself. He got a silly grin on his face and started to sing to Abyoyo, 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 Abyoyo. Well, when Abyoyo had the rhythm of that little song, the boy played a little faster, a little faster, a little faster, and Abyoyo danced faster, faster, faster till he ran out of breath. Abyoyo, he staggered, and he fell flat on the ground. And that's when Father took his wand and swish, and Abyoyo disappeared, completely vanished. Oh, the people from the village came running out. They put the boy on their shoulders. They put the man in their shoulders. They paraded through the village in celebration. And they insisted that the man and the boy and the ukulele and the wand return to the village. And the last I heard, they'd all learned the song, and every night they sang the song to their children as a lullaby. And sing with me.
You can put your microphone.
Abyoyo, I don't hear you. Abyoyo, 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 abyoyo.
It was amazing, Sandy. And singing at the same time when you're telling the story, it's really, really nice because you keep the girls engaged.
And it was fun to watch you. I haven't done it, and I loved it.
The only thing is that we are not very used to sing.
Well,
we do it, but in the shower.
But if you sing, even if you're not mic'd, you don't have to listen to me. So
okay. So do you want to share another story with us?
So
or do you want to share something else?
I want to do let me see how the time goes, but at least one more. Okay.
Yeah, we do have time.
Okay. So after Pete Seeger had actually told that story to his children and grandchildren and then wrote a book, and somebody said, you need to write another book. You need to finish the story. We would call that a sequel. And in Spanish, that is sequela, right?
Secuela.
Okay. And so another man by the name of Paul DuBois Jacobs and Pete Seeger wrote a follow-up story. They finished the story. Now, there are a couple things that I wanted to be sure that you would understand. There is a dam or a represa, like a reservoir. Does that work for everybody? Okay. Yep. There's a drought. Now, I don't know, barril, drought, no rain falls.
Sequía.
Okay. I got my words mixed up, see? How do you do this? Okay. And then a big rock, a roca, boulder, I'll use the word boulder. And I'm going to say slumber, and that's like sueño.
Slumber.
A long slumber, a long sleep.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yep, sueño profundo.
Okay. Years passed. The man with the magic wand grew old. The ukulele playing boy grew up. He married another member of the village, and Amra was born. Amra and her mom and her dad and her grandpa loved the village where they lived. They loved the valley that surrounded it, especially when it was covered with trees. But over time, lots and lots of other people moved into the village, and that's how the problems developed. You see, they cut down the trees to build houses and make room for businesses. And so every year, without the trees, there were floods. And then every summer, the rain stopped and there were droughts. With more and more people moving to the village, they needed water. But what could they do? They became more and more desperate as the situation was more serious. And finally, someone had a brilliant idea to build a dam, a large reservoir, so they could capture the floodwaters in the spring and then use them to irrigate in the summer. Oh, everybody was so excited. They planned and they designed and they planned and they designed. And finally, they were ready to go to work. Everybody brought their shovels and they dug. They dug and they dug. They made steady progress until one day when they hit a rock. Well, they thought they could just dig around it, but the more they dug, the more they realized that that was a boulder. That was enormous. They tried moving it with pulleys and with winches and with levers, but no matter what they did, that boulder would not budge. And so the work stopped. Until one morning when Amara awakened with an idea. Papa, Mama, I'll bet Abyoyo could move that boulder. Father laughed. Yeah, I suppose he could. Well, Grandpa still has his wand. Let's bring Abyoyo back, and after he moves the rock, Grandpa can just make him disappear again. Oh, Mother was horrified. Amara, bring back Abyoyo. That monster eats people. Well, we'll just make him lots of good food and then he won't eat us. And what about what happens when we run out of food? Well, Papa can play his ukulele. Grandpa make him disappear. Father was skeptical. That worked once. I don't know about another time. But Mother, Father, nobody else has an idea. How else will we build this dam? Wow, Mother and Father realized their daughter had a point, and so they went to see Grandfather. Oh, Grandfather couldn't believe it. But bring back that monster. That monster is dangerous. Oh, Grandpa, who else can move the rock? Well, you have a point. So Grandpa went to his trunk where he kept all of his magic things and pulled out his wand. I wonder if this old rusty thing still works. Swish! And the ring on Amara's finger disappeared. Grandpa, bring me back my ring. Swish! And it was back. Guess I still have my magic touch. And so that evening, Amara and her parents and her grandfather went to visit the village leaders. Oh, at first they were like, no, but they also realized nobody else had an idea. And so everybody went to work. They learned to sing the Abyoyo song and they started cooking food, lots and lots and lots of food. And finally, everything was ready. Grandfather built some special kind of fire with some special kind of wood that made some special kind of smelly smoke. And then he recited some words that at least sounded magic, and then swish, and Abyoyo reappeared. Oh, he had grown only more repugnant during that slumber. He was taller than the trees, and his claws were really long, much longer than tall men's feet. Oh, they were greasy, and they were grimy. Oh, women screamed, and men fainted, but not Amara. Oh, no, oh, no. She ran up to the feet of that Hulk just like her daddy and grandpa had done. And she said, hello, Abyoyo. Are you hungry? Oh, I'm so hungry. And so the people brought all of that food, the corn and the beans and the rice and the cakes and the brownies and the shrimp and the beef and the pork and the chicken and everything. And Abyoyo ate it and liked it. Yum! Amara put her plan into motion. Abyoyo, are you still strong? Of course. Are you strong enough to move that boulder? Watch. And so the people watched. Abyoyo bent over. He grasped that big boulder, that enormous rock, like you and I would pick up a soccer ball. He picked it up and he hurled it up into the air, higher, 100 feet, 150, 225 feet, and then down, go, crash. Oh, the people cheered, hooray for Abyoyo. Abyoyo was not interested in cheers. I'm hungry. The food was gone. He roared an angry roar. Again, the women screamed and the men fainted, but not Amra's daddy. Oh no. He started playing his ukulele and singing the song. Abyoyo, Abyoyo. And this time everybody sang along. Abyoyo, Abyoyo. Oh, Abyoyo recognized it. Oh, that's my song. And began to sing, Abyoyo, Abyoyo, Abyoyo. And again, Amra's dad played faster. Before long, Abyoyo was like, oh, and collapsed in a heap, sound asleep. Okay, now it's time. Grandpa, bring your wand. Grandpa? Where's Grandpa? Mother saw him first. Oh, about 100 feet away on the ground under the tree. Amra was afraid. Grandpa, are you okay? I think so. That boulder just missed me. Grandpa, where's your wand? I don't know. Father found it. The leaders of the village looked at Grandpa. They looked at the broken wand. They looked at the slumbering giant. And then they looked at Amra. All right, girl, you got us into this. Now you get us out. Well, there are only two things to do. Start cooking and we'll keep singing and maybe he won't get mad at us. Well, believe it or not, the people in that village learned to live with their unusual new creature, who was now a resident, and Abyoyo learned to live with them. He took baths, brushed his teeth, cleaned his claws, but not only that, Abyoyo helped them dig the dam and even helped them plant trees on the bank to hold the soil. But more important, the people in that village learned many lessons about welcoming an unusual member of their village and befriending a creature like they'd never had. Last I heard, they were still cooking and eating together, and every night, to help their children and Abyoyo go to sleep, they sing a song. Abyoyo, 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 Abyoyo.
I love the form that you did tell the stories.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Someone else?
Yes.
Daira, go.
Well, I want to say that when you count the story, and I feel like a little girl. No, believe me, no one called me that way, in that way, and it's really, I feel good about the story. I think it teach us to be more friendly and to trade good to another person that would help.
You got the message of the story. Wow. Thank you.
I really enjoyed the story, and I think that you're very passionate.
Oh my goodness. I did not expect to get such a blessing. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I want to say two things. You have an amazing voice and you have an incredible imagination.
Thank you.
I
But
love
you
it.
know, it's your imagination that made the story work.
Yes.
That imagination was yours.
Yes.
I feel like I was in the story, and I feel like Daira said, like a little girl again.
I like so much the story because I don't know, your voice, I love it. It's very cute and I like everything.
Did you like the music?
Yeah, because I don't sing because I don't like my voice, but it's
Would
your
you
voice is really
would you remember the song?
You probably won't be able to forget it.
Will you remember it, Anna?
yes, I think.
I
So
promise you.
every time you listen Abyoyo, you will think about Sandy.
And every night after I tell this story, I cannot get it out of my head. It's abyoyo, abyoyo.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much, Sandy. Is there something that you would like to ask them?
I wanted to mention a couple things. First of all, at the end, my mind went blank and I forgot a line. The line was, I said that the people learned many lessons, and the lesson I forgot was that they learned to tame a monster. That's kind of a metaphor that I think, our monsters are things we're afraid of, or who knows, but that's just a piece that I forgot and wanted to mention.
I really appreciate that you accepted this invitation. Thank you for sharing with the girls.
Well, thank you, but you challenged me. I was like, no, I can't do that. And what a gift you've given me, each one of you. Thank you so much for interacting and being brave and talking. I just have enjoyed spending this time with you so much. Thank you.
We also did it. Do you girls want to say goodbye?
Thank you. You're a good storyteller.
And I'm supposed to say de nada, right?
Yes.
De nada. Thank you.
De nada. Okay. Majo.
Thank you for tell the story. You are a good storyteller. Take care, and thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that you are fine and take care. Bye.
Thanks for your time and spend it in us. And judging by the way you speak, I know you're a super nice person. So thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daira. That was really sweet. Did you like the story?
Yeah, really. I really like it.
Thank you. Cecil?
Yes. Thank you for your time. And I hope that we can that you can go, how do you say contarnos?
Tell us
Tell us another history.
another story.
another story. Sorry. Thank you.
And I hope that you are great. And bye.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Sandy.
I feel like I have new friends.
You do.
Thank you so
You
much.
actually do. So yeah, it was really nice to hear you. I really enjoyed it, and as Daira said, I felt like I was taken to my childhood. I feel like a little girl listening to you, and I really enjoyed the time listening to your story. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for accepting the invitation, and yeah, I hope you can share with us again in the future.
We'll see, huh? Maybe I'll just come see you.
Yeah, that would be also great.
I don't.
Okay, thank you, girls. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Cecile, Ana Paula. Thank you, Dani, Majo, Daira, and Daniela Garcia. Thank you for your time and for joining this video call. And I will see you later.